Enough cold. Let's go. 6, 7. We got a fish! You're doing great, babe.
Headed around Cape Hatteras, going south. We have to wait for better weather before we can continue.
That was a complete epic fail. And now we are run aground. Very, very run aground.
We are Brett and Jade Evans. Our motto, Let's, is a life philosophy that has propelled us from experience to experience, all of which has led us to here, racing down the Chesapeake and trying to decide if we'd rather risk hitting bridges or rounding Cape Hatteras, the graveyard of the Atlantic.
Subscribe and welcome aboard on our greatest expedition yet. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who have been leaving encouraging comments about the videography lately. I've been having a ton of fun editing and honestly just love that this is my life and I get to be creative every day. It's really awesome for me. I just got a macro lens. This makes it where I can take pictures and videos of things really close up. I'm grateful for Ritual for sponsoring the video and for all of you guys so I can get new camera equipment and just keep improving and learning new things. So I'm just gonna take some pictures and tell you guys about Ritual while I do it. Ritual is our current source of vitamins. They've got a whole line of multivitamins for every phase of life. 50 plus, men's, women's, prenatal, postnatal, and teen. So you can get something specific for you. I've got the women's and Brett's got the men. And actually, I should probably, before I forget, got water on my lip. Their multivitamins don't have any shady additives or colorants. And their whole thing is all about transparency. On their website, you can see what they're using in the vitamins and where they're getting them from, where they're sourced from. They're also very aware of their environmental impact and have basically built a whole company about making sure that we can know what we're putting in our bodies when we're taking vitamins, which I think is pretty cool. It's the perfect time of year to give Ritual a try, and if you use the code EXPEDITION at ritual.com/expedition, you can get 10% off of your subscription. They mail it right to your door. Super simple. Thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring the video and for the vitamins. Hey, we're gonna go sailing, but first we need to get fuel and water. We are completely out of water, so much so that we brushed our teeth without water this morning because we gave all of our water to the dogs.
I used water.
Okay, maybe I should have brushed my teeth first then. There was no water for me.
It was really cold this morning, but we are getting south. I think we're just gonna sail through the night until we get to Norfolk because enough of cold. Let's go.
We haven't docked in a long time. I'm kind of trying to hype myself up for this.
First thing we need to do is we need to look at the chart, figure out where we're going, look at the wind, figure out which way we want to dock onto that fuel dock. Then we get our lines ready, our fenders ready, start the engine, raise the anchor, and we're out of here.
Getting the snubber up out of the way enough to finish pulling up the anchor. And then at this point probably we'll send you back to the helm because the current is so strong.
It is.
You'll probably want to be back there
Deal.
as soon as it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Jay just yelled back, says we're off the bottom, which means now I'm in charge of making sure the boat doesn't drift away, but I'm not gonna drive at all because if I start driving, the anchor is gonna swing while she's trying to bring it up the rest of the way. So I try and just kind of hover right here until she gets all the way up and set onto the bow roller. Nice. Okay. So I just saw the anchor come all the way up, so anchor is secured. I'm gonna slowly start motoring because she's still up there working, so I don't want to, go ramming the throttle in and knock her over or anything. So I'm gonna slowly start making our way towards the marina while she gets everything else sorted out up there. Hey, Benny girl. To Eva on 6, 7.
Okay.
We just got fuel. We took 35 gallons of diesel. Now we're getting water. Had a great idea. Open the valves up to the water heater so we fill up the 11 gallons of water heater as well. Okay, well that was super successful. We just got fuel and lots of water. I'm actually gonna make a U-turn right here without running over our dinghy because it gets really shallow right there and I don't want to deal with it with our boat.
It's really good practice, this U-turn, because I'm pretty sure a 3-point turn is on the captain's exam.
For sure it's not, but...
Okay, question for you guys. Did you parallel park or 3-point turn on your driver's test?
That is a good question.
and guess who did what? Because I did one and Brett did the other.
That's right.
I have a bit of a cold, so I'm only at like 20%. So Brett's at 180 today. How you feel about that?
I mean, I'm always 180, so you know.
Anyway, I'm gonna go around right now and check that we got these on locked, because we don't want to lose our caps or contaminate water or fuel. They all look good, so I'm gonna put this.
Good, how you doing?
Good. We hit
That was sailing vessel Sea Sloth. We ran into them like, I don't know, 10 times in Bristol. Every time we'd go to the dock, and we just run into each other all over. So it's really fun to see them here. We passed by. I was like, wait, we know them, and we both like, wait, hi. That was pretty fun. So yeah, we're done. We're headed out now. They're just getting here, so they're gonna stay here for the night. We stayed here last night, so they're like 1 day behind us. Little Miss Sniffles over here is getting our dinghy tow line situated. Zoom.
Okay, this is not right.
There's a lot of line.
Yeah, no, I don't know what.
That's our rain catchment system right now. You're doing great, babe. What was that? So we are going to put up the sails. Wind is 90 degrees to port. Sail our way out of this little bay and into the Chesapeake Bay. We just finished up getting all the enclosure put back down and zipped up, so we need to put the straps back up. But it is nice. It's probably like a solid 55 degrees.
Yeah, solid.
Solid 55.
The weather's getting ugly, and it's only going to get worse over the next couple days. So we'll hole up in Norfolk and try to decide, inside or outside.
I mean, it's actually not that small.
What do you think?
We caught a fish!
First fish caught on sailing vessel 11. Good job, babe.
Hi, buddy. We got a fish! Now I smell like fish.
Port passing, right? I mean, starboard. 2 whistles.
That was affirmed. 2 whistles, starboard.
Roger that. Okay.
Is that still working for you?
Yeah, that'll be fine. When I get to the point here, I'm gonna come to my left.
Got it.
You and I thought I lost my way, but you washed out all the gray.
Hey, Jade.
We're on round 2 with the fishing rod.
Whole lot of nothing on there.
I wonder what happened.
I don't know. All right, it's about 10:30 at night. Jade went to sleep at about 9:30, so an hour into my night shift. I think we're gonna do 3-hour shifts tonight. I gotta say, I am so glad that we have AIS receiving on this boat right now. There's been now 2 times when I've had boats come really close to me. First one, I called them, and I'm pretty sure they were either asleep or they just weren't paying attention. Glad I saw them on AIS, because I could see him on AIS before I could actually see him, before I saw his lights. And the other one was, I tried to record it, but it was too slow. I couldn't remember if we recently passed a city, and so I just kind of stood there and just stared at it for a while, and then I looked at AIS, and sure enough, there was a huge boat behind us, and it was doing 16 knots, like massive ship, just like blew by us. We were like this, and my concern was that he was going to turn on top of us. Yeah, he's probably 2 miles in front of me, and now he's cutting across. So okay, good news. Jade's alarm is just going off. Just said good morning to her. It is 1:30 in the morning. Let her sleep a little bit longer, and she is just getting dressed, and she'll be out here in a minute to take over, and then it's my turn to go to sleep.
When I get up, we will be close-ish. Jade with her lucky banana. Leave me.
It's not too bad out here.
No, it's not bad. Hey. How's your sleep?
Comfortable. For sure. And warm. It was all good. I'm just gonna eat my bag of chips and listen to my Audible book and try not to fall asleep. I'm not tired.
It's 6 a.m. You can tell it's starting to get colder out and imagine the sun's gonna start coming up here pretty soon. It's always coldest right before the dawn, right? Isn't that a thing? It might not actually be, but it seems like it is. Well, it's day. I haven't seen the sun yet. I don't know if that means it's not up yet, or if it's just a really ugly day. East should be coming from that way. Just as the weather starts closing in, we drop our anchor, safe in a little harbor, and find friends waiting to greet us.
Hey, welcome to Norfolk. Good morning. We had yesterday as a recovery day from our journey. We were hanging out with some friends. Catamaran was dragging. That was a fun time. The owners weren't there, so we jumped on and had to reset the anchor before it smashed into the rocks. It was a close call. We got on the back of the catamaran and we're like, here, imagine this being the back. And that door jamb right there is the rocks. Like, we were so close.
Yeah, it was like maybe 5 feet.
We hopped on. Fortunately, it started up really easy and they have the same windlass remote that we have. I mean, kudos to Brett for learning how to drive a catamaran on the spot. Right, Brett?
What?
You're kind of a badass.
Oh, totally badass.
And then everything was fine. We reset it. And then later that day, we never saw the owners. They came back. The marina notified them that they had dragged anchor and let them know what happened, and they came back from whatever errands they were running, and then they got in their catamaran and they left. I think they might have been embarrassed. So we never actually talked to them afterwards, but they got out of here and we're still here, and it's still pretty stormy. We have to wait for better weather before we can continue. And since we're not very good at sitting still, we're gonna do errands and boat projects.
Yeah, work never stops, so.
The first thing that we are going to do today is figure out our new form of transportation. We've been talking to all of our cruiser friends, and as far as getting around when you're cruising, I think most popular has been the electric scooters that fold, followed closely by electric bikes. Now, they seem awesome, but Brett and I don't want either of those, so we're going with the third option that so far nobody we've talked to has done. So I don't know if anybody does it. Maybe we're the first. We could start a trend, or maybe they know something we don't know. Right now we're putting the fenders on them. Here they are, the Pint X. They just came out. Apparently they just were the first two to ever buy them from the store. These are the fenders, so these will keep us from getting hurt from the wheel, I guess. Things flying up.
We are full of stoke, as one-wheelers say. I think it is. We bought these with money that we made from selling our car for more than we bought it for. This is our new car. And so it makes sense.
And Brett's already video chatting his brothers. And that's why we decided to get the windmills, because they're a lot of fun. Ready?
For what?
To go up the curb.
Not for this slow. As the rain washed away our fears, we checked the forecast for the 500th time and made our decision. Bring on Hatteras.
We potentially have a fish on the line.
No, there's no potential. Well, there is a fish on the line. Whether or not we land said fish.
Welcome to our most treacherous, probably, crossing yet. We left pretty early in the evening, like pretty much right after sunset last night, out of Norfolk, headed around Cape Hatteras, going south. We had to make the decision whether or not we were going to go through the ICW or go around. Going around is considerably more dangerous, but there's been storm surges, and so the tides have been higher, which means that we had a really good risk of hitting the bridges in the ICW, so therefore the ICW was a more potential threat. And there was a weather window, and we just really hurried and seized it, and now we're out to sea. You should be up to date now. And we're trying to catch a fish.
He's still fighting. I have no idea how big it is, but because we're also under sail, so there's a little bit of fighting just the speed of the boat, but we're close. We're getting here.
Oh, it's big! That's a big fish! Oh man!
That's a good sized fish. Definitely the biggest fish I've ever caught. Definitely the heaviest. This thing's hurting my arm.
Oh, don't hide your grin just because I took the camera out. We are rounding Cape Hatteras right now. And so for a brief period of time, right as we're going right around the very pointiest points of the Cape, we are riding against the jet stream. Brett got it in his head that it would be fun to try our hand-to-hand steer. Ah! You're better! So we're hand steering. It's good practice.
It is good practice.
So right now, I've got the red buoy right there, but when the waves hit, it just throws the boat. What's your take on hand steering the jet stream?
It's a lot of fun.
This is hard.
Too good.
It's not that late, but it is black outside.
We rounded Hatteras and had plenty of time thanks to the super calm wind and seas to celebrate our anniversary and enjoy all that getting to warmer climates brings. Then we made landfall.
We dropped our hook here in Dutchman's Creek. It's a really nice protected area. Anchoring here though is a little bit trickier than any of our anchoring situations have been so far because while it is deep enough for us, it's deep enough for us in the middle, not on the edges, which means that if our boat swings around, which it will every time the tide changes, we'll swing and run the risk of our rudder hitting the bottom, which would be a very, very bad day. So we're gonna do something we've never done before, and that is deploying our stern anchor. This should keep our boat straight, no matter the currents. It'll basically just like hold us in one position. Brett's feeling rushed to get everything taken care of because he is leaving today to go on a canyoneering trip. So he's leaving me here and I'll be anchored here for the next few days. So he's a little bit
Pressured.
protective.
Protective.
Which works for me because once he leaves, I'll know the boat is totally locked down and I can probably just sleep the entire weekend. Or listen to Taylor Swift's new re-released album and her songs from the vault. Or I'll probably just edit videos mostly. I'm gonna get our mantis snubber set up on the back from the cleats, and basically I'm gonna be creating a bridle. And this mother effer is very heavy. So I'm gonna put the camera down.
Grab the
Let's get in our boat lined up.
Okay, that was a complete epic fail. The dinghy, what would happen is as soon as we would get any tension on the chain with the dinghy, it would just turn the dinghy because it doesn't have any weight. Combined with the current, it was not a chance. So we're gonna use the big boat and straighten it out that way. All right, well, while we were busy working with stern anchors and stuff, we got shifted and turned, and now we are run aground, very, very run aground. We're at dead low tide right now, so we could wait an hour or two and get a tiny bit higher, but high tide isn't until 2 o'clock, and I need to catch my flight at 2 o'clock. So what we are attempting to do is heel the boat over by sailing. We'll see if this actually works. We have just a tiny bit of heel. 100% Jade's idea. 100% credit on that.
Okay, we've deployed the stern anchor. Not the most gracefully, but we did it. And now we are going forward, waiting for it to set. And there it is. Whew. Okay, that definitely was not a tutorial in how to set a stern and a bow anchor simultaneously. That was definitely not the way to do it. That was a way to do it. That was not the way. But it is set. Both the anchors are very set, which is really nice. I think I'll be able to leave Jade like this.
I loved hearing you explain to them that it's not a tutorial. Don't ground your boat in a strong current with the alligators while you're setting your stern anchor.
Yeah.
Lessons from the Evanses.
Pro tip. I need a shower. You need a shower. Both covered in alligator mud. And yes, get me to the airport.
There are alligators here. I googled it. Which is.
Did you actually Google it or just Google when I Googled it? Did you Google it again?
I googled it over your shoulder when you googled it. And so the dogs can't go to the beach, which is super sad for them because they can see the beach and they're like, why can't we go to the beach and run through the grasses? Because you'll get eaten by alligators. That's why.
Time to take me to the airport. Well, actually, it's time to take me to shore so I can catch an Uber to the airport.
We barely got it. Like,
You can see our stern anchor here is doing its job.
and I don't think you'll miss your flight.
Nope. Don't let go. I'm gonna start the engine.
Brett can't get an Uber driver. We called all the taxi companies in the town. There is nobody who can drive him to the airport. So we are going across the waterway. There's drivers over there. We just got one booked, so we have to hurry, get across the waterway, and in the car, and hopefully he won't miss his flight because we've been trying for like 45 minutes to find a driver.
Thank you. I love you.
I can't believe
I gotta run.
I hope you pull this off.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Take the GoPro, vlog your trip.
Okay. Racing the clock, we maxed
Okay,
out the
love you.
speed on the dinghy and got me to my Uber and then to the airport. I rushed through security and was literally the last person to board the flight. All the rushing was worth it for a very rare weekend spent with my siblings.
You came down on your feet. How'd you do it? Why are you kicking stuff on me? Nice butt shot. You still have to let it ass
It makes it flood. The big key component was this flooded into an inland ocean. And then the weight of the water.
Dan, I'm following you. Don't. Wow!
I know.
Yeah, you're always dramatic. Wow, it hurts. We made it to our lunch cave. You should walk through it. Elevation is killing me. 120-foot rappel.
Okay.
Oh, hey!
Stay to your right though. We're just over here. Gary, that's the boss. This is where you do
To all the family.
Hey, good. Kick your legs. That's what all cool people do.
And sailing is about swimsuits.
I mean, for us it is.